Welcome back, noble heroes. We return once again to the characters on the Outrunner, getting closer, ever closer to Bridgewalk. We will go ahead and start as Hero is going to be quite sweaty. He's a little tired, and you can tell whenever he stops moving, he's going to put his hands on his knees and sort of lean over, breathing deeply as he comes nearer to Euphemia.
How you doing there? She'll ask.
I think maybe I'm getting a little better.
I mean, you seem like you're getting better.
Oh, thanks. Hey, I wanted to talk with you.
She's gonna look back at her cabin.
He looks around deck. I think she's still downstairs. He says, it's about Triss.
Okay. She leans forward. Tell me.
So, back in Drama, you asked me to look at your crew. Remember?
I do.
Well, I spent a little bit of yesterday focusing on Triss. And, I think I discovered what's wrong. So, he's going to kind of lean in, and he whispers, there's a lot of despair. And I think it's because of lack of purpose. Like, I think that Juniper sort of just fixing the ship, and then Isaac being said that he can just magically fix it overnight, has sort of left her wondering why she's even here. Like, if they can just do that, what's the point of her? And since that's kind of her specialty, right? Maybe she's feeling rudderless.
I know that's part of the issue.
I think that might be the whole issue. Like, if she has her fate now, and she feels useless, what's it going to be like if her fate goes away?
I know. So how do you give someone a purpose?
Well, she already has a purpose. She just feels like there's two people that are better than she is at it.
I think they're better than us in a lot of ways.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm sure they're not completely limitless.
Let's hope not.
I mean, maybe each one of their abilities is limited in some way, is what I meant. Like, and if you ask them, maybe you could share with Triss what they can't do.
I could.
Or sometimes people just despair because they're changing from one part of their life to another. And they don't know yet what the new part is going to be.
She looks really struck by this. I know exactly what you mean. Okay.
To be helpful, I don't feel any less commitment from her. Like, it's not like she's giving up on everything. She just doesn't feel like she's useful.
She's always been an essential part of this crew. I never anticipated dealing with people coming on who had these strange, magical gifts.
You never messed with any wizards?
Generally, no.
I thought some of the pirate lords had crazy fates.
Yeah, they have crazy fates. I've got a crazy fate.
It's just none that deal with ships, huh? What about Ronan?
What
You said
about
he was your
Ronan?
mentor.
Yeah, he was.
His fate's all to do with ships, right?
It is.
So he can't fix ships better than Triss can?
You know, I actually never asked him that.
Guess he never really scrubbed the decks.
I don't think he'd be keen on the work. It's a moot point whether he could do it better if he's not going to do it at all.
maybe that's your attack line, right?
The other two are too lazy. They don't want to waste their powers. Go fix the ship. Is that what you mean?
I think Triss is somebody who respects hard work.
I know she does.
Well, maybe a separation of jobs. I'm saying that, there are plenty of people that fight better than me. Doesn't mean I don't fight.
You just do it differently.
And worse.
I don't know that that's fair. But I understand your meaning. I appreciate the information.
I'm glad it was maybe helpful.
I think so. Pretty sure Triss has a pretty thick layer between how she actually feels about things and, what she says to people. I'll have to break through it.
I don't really think that. He shrugs. She wears all her feeling drawn on her face.
But you're very, very good with people.
He goes, if anything, Bali's way more secretive than she is. And you.
Me? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure everything about me is obvious. Isn't it?
Are you serious?
Am I?
No.
And...
He says... Anyway. Maybe... I don't know. I'm not very good with the solutions to these kind of things. I'm just good at seeing them.
No, it's good, Hero. It's good. I'll debate over what I need to do.
Okay, cool. Anyway, I gotta go talk to Roland, so...
Okay, bye.
He says, sorry, he's leaving. He goes back over as you begin to head down the stairs. He says,
also, at the point in the training that he's showing Bali and Jania, essentially they're doing kind of jujitsu in a way. So they're just doing hand-to-hand takedowns and whatnot. And he'll start moving them into where he's holding a weapon and they're trying to take him down and get a weapon from him.
By the way, the official name of your fighting style is Batram Khans.
Okay.
And it is the style developed by the Stone Monks in ancient times. And so, you do exactly that. As you finally finish and get ready to sort of wipe yourself down, Hero's going to come up towards you. Hey, I wanted to catch you real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
I know that we're headed to Bridgewalk, but I wanted to ask about Cayenne Sordal, the dwarf girl from Brightstock. The Stone Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
How are we going to get back to her? I mean, you said you would go back, right?
Wait, you gotta refresh me right now.
Stone Wolf sent you a drunken note, and then the Dwarf's Tavern owner's daughter sent you a note saying that you needed to come and convince him to not kill himself.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. What happened there?
Yeah, sorry to have that.
I will, but I'm not there.
Are we going to go back?
I mean, if we can. It's rough, man, but prioritizing threats is something you'll have to get used to if you get into this business. You take what's right in front of you, and when something's a bigger deal and you're on the way, sometimes you don't have time to double back for something that's small. It might feel wrong.
Might?
But, I mean, it definitely feels wrong. And I mean, it's something we'll address if we can. But right now, there's a terrorist threatening an entire city right now. And there's a guy drinking himself to death. We don't know what Pitt's even up to. Thousands of people could die. It's not...
Roll a insight check.
17.
You see a lot of hurt and betrayal in Hero's eyes.
Is he still looking at me, or is he looking away or anything?
It's in between.
He'll put his hand on his shoulder. It's not that it's not important.
Just not important enough. He's going to shrug. And he turns around. Hey, Euphemia, wait up.
Is it Hero approaching?
Yeah.
Oh, you're back so soon.
Yeah, we didn't have much to talk about, he says.
Does he seem upset when she looks at him?
Yes.
She looks kind of back where Roland is. Okay. Anyway, you want to keep me company?
Yeah. He follows you
She
around.
kind of like nudges him a little playfully, trying to improve his spirits.
What do you think about that, Rafe? He says.
What do I think about the angel?
He gives you a smile. He goes, if you're alright with a little gossip.
She looks surprised. Oh, well. She leans forward. Now we're talking.
For the remainder of the day,
I have something I want to do. After we finish our discussion, we put a pin in it for when we should plan, because she offers to, I don't know if you want her to be there or not, but she offers to be there to make sure that you're not indiscriminately slaughtered.
oh shit, you wanted to do it right now.
No. She doesn't mean right now, like I said.
You're offering to be there. Isaac will think for a moment and say, I'll do it on my own.
You see a great approval and I guess pride, honestly, in looking at you when she looks at you.
And then after a pause, he says, if I took you with me, I think the captain would take it the wrong way.
I respect that. Well then, if you'll excuse me. She pauses and she says, thank you for your candor.
He doesn't really have anything to say. He just goes back to his work.
I would like you to know that I think everybody has a choice on how they behave, as long as they're not dictated by fate.
I do not think it's a matter of choice. I think it's an issue of penance. I think it's a matter of, will I be able to repay for what I've done or not?
No. It's the fact that you chose to think of it that way that's important.
I see. Thank you.
If you'll excuse me.
You see a mildly suspicious look on Prongor's face. Inspiration.
Ooh, thank you.
Inspiration for making Prongor suspicious.
Part of my daily plans.
You
Anyway,
should get that every day.
She's the
I
godmother.
don't even have to do anything.
Just stand there and look happy.
I don't
and
even have to
just
be
planning.
there.
Isaac, was it your intention to do that today? It's getting on in the afternoon.
So at one point, Isaac will stop working for a bit, and he'll go up top. He often forgets to step out in sunlight and get a breath of fresh air because he has dark vision, so he'll sit and he'll just work in the dark because he doesn't need the sunlight. And when he goes up, he'll see Hero looking rather dejected about something, and he'll just sense that there's something off with the ship, and he'll say, not today.
Was Triss still down below?
Yes.
I was actually planning on approaching her today.
she is going, as you walk up towards her, she's going to kind of open her eyes a little bit and then reach into her bag and pull out a golden piece. And she hands it to you. And it has been... there is a specific, like, design carved into the coin in a very beautiful sort of trinket kind of way.
June narrows her eyes and she says, I'm still not a dragon, Triss.
I know.
Nor do I require tributes.
It's a gift.
I actually have a favor to ask of you.
You do?
Yes.
What is it?
I want you to show me exactly what you do.
Why?
Because I've never been on a ship. Well, not for a prolonged period of time, and never as part of a crew.
You've never been on a ship?
Well, I've been on ships, but I've never worked on a ship.
She rolls insight on you.
She genuinely wants to know how ships work. You would be the authority on this, yes? You're the one who fixes everything.
I don't understand.
I wish to learn. You teach me.
All right.
Thank you. What should we start on?
I was about to go and fix some of the chains.
Very well. Let me get changed.
As the two of you head up, Euphy, you are going to see Triss has taken a strangely different candor this today. She looks much worried and heavy earlier. But as she comes up, you're going to see a sort of open, curious...
Me too for a minute. I was like, damn it. Like, no, let's go the wrong way.
You're going to see an open, curious, lively expression on her face.
You're also going to see a Juniper, who is currently dressed very similarly to how Triss is dressed right now.
Euphy's eyebrow just kind of...
And instead of her hair being her normal crazy thing, she's got it kind of braided and plaited and pulled back. It's still pretty intricate, but it's more practical.
Triss, have you acquired an apprentice I didn't know about?
A student, yes.
Well, she would be the best teacher.
I know.
Roll a persuasion check. Actually, just straight charisma.
Aided.
All right.
Can I re-roll that one since I'm a halfling?
No, you have to take higher. It's an advantage roll.
Oh.
Sorry.
Darn, okay. Even if she uses... What is that ability?
Panache?
Thank you.
You can roll Panache and force her to make an insight check.
How do I do that? This is the first time I've used the ability.
You just say it.
Okay, so she's using it.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 10.
Okay. She's going to smile broadly at your panache.
Behind her back, June lifts an eyebrow but continues.
Thanks, Captain, she says as she walks over towards the anchor. Bali is going to approach Roland.
He is in his bunk since that. He went down to the bunk that he never sleeps in and has been hanging out there since the interaction with Hero.
Hey, I'm about to start on sailing at the wheel. You want another lesson?
Yeah, sure. He
I was
climbs
thinking
up.
about it. You've certainly got the strength of a deckhand, she says. Well, more than that. I was wondering if you might like to learn some of the other available stations on the ship.
Yeah, sure.
I figure it would probably help Garen to have you be capable.
Help me
Ship
pass the
sailing.
day, too. Yeah, sure. What do you want me to do?
Come on. As you head up on the deck, she is going to begin about a half hour of tutelage on the wheel and then a little bit of climbing on the sails, while Juniper, you learn from Triss about the necessary repairs that have to take place. A hard, strenuous job.
She mostly does it without magic, but she is weak, so June was like, she admits, she goes, I have 0 strength, so I have to use a little bit of magic, but most points without magic.
Why don't you just wish for it?
That's very wasteful.
What do you mean?
If I were to use wishes for every mundane thing, yes, it would make things easier, but one would not have the knowledge, which is important, and 2, I would not have the wishes when they are most necessary.
You can run out.
All power is finite. No matter how strong something is, it's not infinite.
Gain inspiration. As you are climbing up on the sails, Bali is going to turn over towards you, and she smiles. You've got good form, she says. You've scaled a couple of walls, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's that? She says, looking at a dark mark on the horizon.
Is it like a storm?
No. As you look at it, you know exactly what it is. It's a dragon.
Is it coming towards us?
It is. Directly.
A black dragon.
It is peeled down at about a 70-degree angle, aiming directly towards the ship. You
Ship
see
Bali, we
that
need to
it
get
is
down.
rusty, ruddy brown. What did you say?
He said, shit, Bali, we need to get down.
Beep, beep, beep. Click, 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 click. As you all begin to descend, Cleby begins to click wildly as a adult brown dragon soars down towards the ship. It is going to sweep about 100 feet overhead, and a great whirlwind is going to catch in the sails, causing the ship to spin slightly. The shadow of the great dragon drags over the entire ship, and you hear, what pits from Zarafan.
Is Bali okay on the...
You all are able to make it down
Okay.
before the wind hits you. And you're going to see Cleby is just going to fly off the top and waft into a sail and then scrabble on the sail for a second before ascending back up to the high rail and scooping back over towards the crow's nest.
I was going to say, how tall up is he?
The only reason the walks was because he's too short. He's below the leather nest up there.
How badly is it blowing the ship around?
Lightly.
Just lightly? Okay.
You're going to see the great dragon circle. Who all is not on deck?
Assuming you're below deck.
I'm on deck.
I'm assuming that Triss and I are up top.
The dragon is going to peel around, and you're going to see its great weight and size, at least the size of a decent house. It's going to course back on the wind and come over towards the ship, where it sits off to the port about maybe 25 feet. Its wings blasting the water, the ocean water below, causing huge ripples to push out like the beat of a heart.
I'm going to assume Bali took the wheel back from you.
Well, no, we were on the mast.
I think Yuffie would have run to stabilize the ship. That's why I was asking
Okay.
how much it was blowing it around.
Yeah, Jania was doing practice on the wheel.
Oh, wrong person.
This is the ship containing the one, Roland Tarkan. The dragon is going to speak in common.
Yeah?
I would give you inspiration for that. The timing was excellent.
He's got his sword and is looking real bummed.
You're going to see Juniper. The throat spines on this particular dragon signify it as the specific line, Sons of Flame. Children of Kazor.
Kazor?
Yes.
Really?
Correct.
Okay.
These type of dragons are very linearly bred from the war dragon, and hold many of his traits while muting traits of the other world dragons that he breeds with occasionally. They're a fairly straight lineage and tend to be more savage than most.
Good.
To the viewers who are used to 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons chromatic and metallic dragon format, Mythia does not have Bahamut or Tiamat, so chromatic and metallic are not a thing. Dragon colors don't mean what they would normally mean in the world. A brown dragon is just a brown dragon. It doesn't have a specific type of breath weapon. It's what world dragons they draw their lineage from that determines their coloration, look, and their breath weapon. In this case, this one is a dragon of Kazor, mostly, so he will likely be immune to fire and have a fire breath. So, as you step forward, the dragon's eyes are violent and tough. And the dragon is going to look its spiny face in your direction with its eyes pinning you to the deck. I am Angelax, the Wildfire. I have come seeking Roland Tarkan for a duel.
Oh, shit.
He says, accept my challenge, or be proven a coward.
You want to take me to shore?
Roland, do you have a history with this guy? No? I guess your fame is a detriment sometimes.
This is new.
Yuffie makes the call to get him to shore. She kind of pats Roland on the side like, good luck, buddy.
It's not
When the
me that's
dragon
going to do
appeared,
anything.
June did step in front of Triss. But yeah.
There is an island not far to the east. Let us make that our battleground.
Sure. Take me to the island, not far to the east.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
You're about to fight a dragon. I don't think you need to apologize to me.
So, it appears as though you have already accepted the offer. However, I would tell you that you can turn it down at the cost of gaining a chaos. Otherwise, you must fight an adult red dragon.
What will you
Sure.
do if he decides not to fight you? She asks the dragon.
There is a level of derision and dismissiveness to the dragon's glance towards
She's
you.
so used to having people look down to her. Not gonna faze her.
You are
So
halfway
sick.
girl.
He says,
I'm sorry.
he will usurp his title as the strongest creature on Mythia and brand himself a coward.
So this is all about balls. Is that what you're saying?
So dragons don't have testicles in the normal sense of the word, so he's just going
That's
to
gonna
look
be
at you
hysterical.
confused.
Pride, she says. This is about pride.
It's about honor, he says. About station. I wouldn't expect a halfling to know of such things.
Careful. Are you asking for another duel?
He says, I have seen your kind roll in the mud with the pigs, and I would eat you as easily as a pig.
She gets this really kind of nasty smirk on her face. Or I could take the life out of you. I could take the very essence of you and crush it.
Roll an
So-
intimidation check.
Yes. June just does this.
Same.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Actually-
she might scare him.
Okay. 24.
Oh, that was so close.
Oh, damn it.
What was it, 25?
Are you serious? Sucks.
By your hat, I assume that this is your ship. I would silence your tongue unless you wish it to be flames. You're going to see fire coil in the back of his throat.
June is going to step forward and says, "Desist this nonsense!"
He's
She
the one
allows
causing
the
trouble.
tribute to show.
Roll an advantage intimidation check.
Can I want to use guidance on you?
Thank you, dear. I just have to find...
What do you need?
my blue dice back?
This guy?
No, the D20 that you were using. Weren't you using a blue one?
Oh,
This one?
this one.
This is my blue dice. I was like, I'm missing a dice.
I didn't mean to point it.
Much better. What did you roll for me?
Do me? Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Let me roll.
Do you need a...
2.
Let's take
21.
21.
She shouted it in Draconic as well.
I understood that.
She says, "If you wish for a duel with Roland, and he agrees to it, fine. But do not delay us." She says, "Child of Kazor." By the way, can I have my blue D4 back? Dice thief?
They were here! I didn't take them from anywhere!
You're going to see his eyes hang on the glistening robe. You said you showed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you all are going to witness as the robe, the very mundane robe that Jennifer normally wears, is going to become a brilliant coat of 1,000 scales. A rainbow hue, more brilliant than shadows.
It shows every color of dragon scale.
It
And
waves like cloth while looking like armor.
And then the scales fade, and then it suddenly looks like the sky above right now. It looks exactly like it.
I have heard of one such as you, he says. A forgotten soldier. I would accept a duel from you as well.
Oh, great.
You're not worthy of my time.
Yeah, I need a persuasion check. Or else he's going to burn the ship for that.
Guidance. Ah,
Persuasion's way better than intimidate, so we're good.
alright, add a 1 to whatever you get.
Thank you.
Damn, nice rolls.
26.
Straight up.
Wow.
June is pissed right now, by the way.
He goes, I will allow your insult only as a friend to dragonkind. He is going to turn and wing to the east, flying away.
So let me get this straight. If you don't fight him, he's gonna talk shit about you?
He's probably just gonna keep trying to fight me. That's
He'll be a
usually how this
nuisance.
goes when it's some idiot in a bar.
I feel like this happens to you a lot.
It hasn't in a while, but I've not left home in a while.
Yes, but you're going to have to fight a red dragon. Brown dragon? Red dragon?
Brown dragon.
Brown
Just
dragon.
a dragon.
Brown
A dragon.
Just say a
A
dragon.
dragon.
It's not the first dragon.
Rafe is going to come towards you. He might follow us for a while, but I imagine what he's looking for is glory.
Mm-hmm.
He might gain that from you admitting defeat and fly away. He might not bother you again. You don't need to fight him.
But if I don't fight him, then are more dragons who are jerks like him going to think, oh, well, he admitted defeat to this guy.
Or they
Maybe
think
we should
that he is
all
a
try.
liar.
We don't have a lot of extra time.
I know. Anytime I've tried to walk away from these things, these guys don't give up. They just keep trying. They get drunker and they keep trying.
I don't think we'll have a drunk dragon coming back.
I have a dragon lighting this boat up, though.
If it's combat you wish to avoid, beating him may well bring as many as not beating him, as they wish to challenge the one who defeated him. But both could be the choice that is preferable.
I know. I don't like this either.
Make your decision, Roland.
It's up to you. I'll fight him if you want to go over there.
Frankly, if it's just pride, it seems like a waste of our time. And if he comes back, then let's kill him.
I was going to kill him anyway.
There you go. So,
I wasn't going to kill him anyway. The other was going to kill him. I wasn't going to do anything. I was going to walk up to him, black out for a second, and then he'd be dead.
Yuffie looks really taken aback by the outburst.
June glances at Rafe when you say that like that.
He's not having a good day.
Well, since the choice is apparently yours, Captain, what is it? Rafe says.
Let's move on. Screw the dragon. Let's get out of here.
You all continue. Alright, you all gain 1 chaos.
I have a really bad feeling he's going to show up at the worst opportune time.
Yep.
I pictured him just slowly flying behind the ship, being like, "Hey, come back."
Before the day is
Fight
out
me.
for like lunch or dinner or whatever, June needs to talk to the crew. The crew, not just the. Well, yeah, actually, I suppose it's the whole crew.
Okay.
She says,
Go ahead.
"Captain, I need to speak to the whole crew. If you would like to gather them."
Yeah, I'll get them. Yuffie summons the crew.
You said before the day was out that happened? Then about an hour after the dragon's challenge, when you all don't show up, he is going to fly by the top of the ship, causing it to rattle and roll a little bit. But he is going to jet off back towards land. He is going to scream out, "Coward!" That's it.
That's kind of what Yuffie would have been doing too.
June, as an aside to Triss, says, "Kazor's brood is always awful."
Know a lot of dragons?
You get around in my work.
She just kind of looks at you with wide eyes.
She shrugs and she goes, "And this part here."
She begins her explanation. You call the crew together.
What is it?
Is there anyone not here?
No, I would like everybody present. This deals with everybody.
You're going to see Johnny O'Wine finds herself next to Rafe, and she kind of like...
Actually, she does ask if you could have Clebe keep walks company elsewhere.
She sort of assumed that.
Yeah, but she is going to specifically ask for this.
She nods. She's probably going to give them some supplies and let them draw on the ship, actually, down
I
the
think
corridor.
it's adorable.
Less likely to overhear.
I would like Shadow here as well. She does specifically ask for Shadow if she doesn't come. She goes, "I would like your help with something, if it is not too much to ask. The messengers are requesting that we give Walk's roads back to them. But if we do so, they intend to kill him. In order to avoid this, they ask for a item in order to gain their trust."
Treasure?
You could say that, yes.
Oh?
They are looking for a piece of Guardian technology that's located in the Doom Ridge.
The Doom Ridge, huh?
Yes. They have agreed to write up a contract that will preserve Walks's life indefinitely if we are able to give it to him. However, they have put a 3-week deadline, no pun intended, on it.
3 weeks.
Yes. They believe that if we wait any longer, we will simply be stalling. Or, more specifically, I will simply be stalling.
Are they aware that we have...
They do not care. Unfortunately, the messengers and the godmothers have never strictly gotten along. The fact that they brought Walks to me at all is an extreme abnormality. It is simply because I am the foremost knowledge on the darkness.
What do they want, exactly?
They wish for the artifact. It apparently is some sort of panel that is located in the Doom Ridge. It's buried underneath of a temple, but chaos portals tend to spawn around it. So there would be chaos creatures guarding it. And of course the Doom Ridge is filled with its own dangers. But if this is not completed, Walks will die. I cannot save him from them.
Doesn't seem like we have much of a choice then, Bali says.
I'm not willing to give Walks up to death. He's become part of us. What say you? She says to the rest of the crew. Aye?
Fuck that stuffy messenger, Johnny says. We gotta save everyone we can, Hero says.
Yeah, we do.
Jin looks at Roland.
We might be late getting back to Garen.
It's a life.
We don't know how long Bridgewalk's gonna take.
I'm going to
I'm down.
offer something as well. In addition to the Outrunner that is allowing us to traverse around the continent, I too have a means of travel. However, it is limited. It will allow us to travel from Bridgewalk to Garen instantly.
Instantly?
Yes. June glances at Rafe. Is he surprised?
He has no expression on his face.
I'm willing to offer this to the group in exchange so that we might more quickly reach our destinations. Of course, I cannot bring the boat, so it will have to be stored in harbors.
Well. How many do you think we need for this?
I believe that the core members of the prophecy will be fine, as long as Zarthan would also like to join us.
You say Zarthan?
She would have said Rafe.
We'll save her that idea.
Good call. I had rolled an 18.
Alright, Rafe.
As long as Rafe would also like to join us.
I think I can manage that. He says Johnny is gonna like...
And where is this means of travel located exactly?
Within Bridgewalk.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Well, seems decided then, Rafe says.
I don't think there was a choice. Not really.
There's always a choice. Sometimes it's not a good one. But in this case, I do not believe it is that big of a risk.
Even if it is. Does that matter?
The circumstances, Pen. but I would go very far out of my way to do so.
Sometimes if you can't save a life of something small and helpless, then what's any of it worth? Anyway.
June has a small and bitter smile when you say that.
All right, it's decided. Bridgewalk. Fight the horrible, mind-bending sorcerer creature. And then go to a hidden temple in Doomridge, right? Sure. Sounds great.
Sounds like we're gonna need some hearty food, Hero says. Hey, Prongor. Maybe you'd like to help me make a stew, Hero says.
Now
Perhaps I would.
Quite the gourmand.
I do have to say, Prongor's cooking is quite impressive.
So how about it? Hero says. If I can be helpful to the crew, then yes, I shall help you, Hero. Sir, Hero. Sir, Hero. Later that night, in your cabin, reading untoward novels, Bali is going to... Captain!
Come in.
She shuts the door. Captain, why does Jania think that Rafe is like 150 years old?
What?
She thinks he's an ancient old human in disguise.
What?
She thinks he's an old-ass wizard man, she says.
Her guesses are always so outlandish.
Oh, God.
Apparently that's what he told her.
Oh, gracious. I have no idea. What a cover! Honestly, I'd rather he just tell her the truth. I'm tired of keeping anything from the rest of the crew.
I mean, everybody needs their secrets, right?
She raises an eyebrow.
What?
I don't know, that felt a little pointed, Bali.
You're ridiculous.
Yes, but it doesn't change the matter that... Is everything okay?
Roll an insight check.
Is it real-
13!
Is it real bad?
Insight is not really well with you today, is it?
I have a +5! It's just, I can't roll anything right. Can't intimidate a dragon. Can't see what people are doing.
Dude, you almost intimidated the dragon. You were very scared.
Almost does not count.
Okay, the intimidate, if it was high enough, he was just going to burn the ship. That was the intimidate threshold.
You know,
Oh.
I guess it's great that she sucks at
You
it.
succeeded. You got the not too high and not too low.
Just right.
Yeah, that's where you were.
Just
You
the
succeeded in the roll.
appropriate amount of threatening.
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. Good.
Yeah. Some people's response to fear is to burn it.
That makes
Burn it with
complete
fire!
sense.
It's like, it was filled with spiders, I swear.
You're going to see Bali, her eyes flick off to the corner of the room, and she goes, no.
She
I'm
gives
not lying to
Bali
you.
this really droll look.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, just seems like something's going on with you, she says a little quietly.
All right, shit, she says. I didn't go downstairs to get a lightning arrow.
Okay.
Dom told me about a gem. It was in Pollyanna's treasure. It's supposed to let you speak with your ancestors. I was trying to ask Tolono why I'm such a damn failure.
Sit down.
I don't want to sit down.
Bali.
Euphemia.
She scoots over. Please. Sit down.
I hate it when you do that motherly tone. She sits down.
If you're calling me old...
You're younger than I am.
I know, but it still hurts.
She looks at you.
Did you notice Roland today?
Yeah.
What he said when...
I'm so sweaty.
Yeah, but you heard him when we all discussed that. About saving walks on the roads. No, sorry, take that back. You heard him when he was talking about fighting the dragon.
Yeah, you seem frustrated. What are you getting at?
Didn't you notice how he completely denied the fact that he'd be doing it and said basically his fate was what was responsible for it?
He's done that before.
Not like that. Do you ever get the impression that he doesn't feel like he's very worthy?
What are you getting at?
She's gonna dart her eyes over to the side. I don't know.
Are you maybe saying that we're alike? Because you're right. Yeah, I'm not so confident as you are. That I... Can you just stop giving me the bandana?
Why is it the bandana in particular? You don't think you're worthy of it?
Feels like it weighs 1,000 damn pounds.
I would imagine that carrying her... Yeah.
I'm not just carrying her. You didn't hear my mother. When I was young, the way she talked about Thelma. All of my relatives. I was so ready. Look, I know it's not even comparable. Your childhood and mine. I don't like to talk about it because I know how bad you had it. But you had no expectation to overcome. So when you leap higher than everybody else, everybody applauds. I tripped on the first damn hurdle and fell on my face.
Bali, I failed the one person in the world that I couldn't afford to fail. Talk about a failure.
You always talk about it like you intentionally did it.
Does it matter if I meant to?
Yes, it does matter. If you're trying to do it, if you put your whole being into doing it, and you still fail anyway, that is considered worse than an accident. You were a child.
So were you when they kept comparing you to people.
I was a teenager.
Yes.
I wasn't 12. You always blame yourself for Pearl.
Yeah. Who else is there to blame?
Your fucking stepmother.
She recoils at the mention of it, and you see her hands just clench.
She had a thumb on you the whole damn time. You think that would have happened without her? She deserves to get stabbed in the face. Can't you point the blame where it actually belongs?
She stands up. I didn't mean for us to talk about...
This is why I didn't want to bring it up. Because it's so petty and stupid by comparison. It's a joke. It feels like I'm crying in my golden dish. I was born in the Halfling Hills. It was peaceful and stupid, and there were cows and corn. You grew up in Aragoth.
I know.
The pit's mouth.
Basically.
Under a tyrant's rule. You escaping is basically the coolest thing I could ever imagine doing.
You know, I did tell you about the fact that I was basically laying in a boat dying for 3 days, right?
Yeah, now that sounds really cool, Paul.
Now it sounds really cool, but it wasn't then, and I didn't feel like I was succeeding on anything for so long.
Well, none of the adventures start good.
Exactly.
Well, why is mine taking so damn long then?
I don't... I was a lost, angry person for a very long time.
I know.
Bali, meeting you and finish. That was my start. That was the start for me of something more, of a purpose, of feeling like I wasn't just existing from day to day. You want to talk about... You succeeded in changing me. There's parts of me that are ugly and selfish and cruel. And you all looked at me and you said, she's one of the good guys.
You are.
Part
You're
of
the only one who doesn't see it.
What? Same with you. You're the only one who seems to think that you're incompetent. Anytime I turn to do something on the ship, you're already there. It's done. Haven't you noticed? You could run a crew like that, and someday you will.
You always convince me. Every time I start to feel despair, I come to you and you convince me for months. But it never lasts. In the end, I'm always back to where I was. I just want to feel like I see you as.
I don't know how to make you feel something, Bali.
Neither do I.
But I do know that someday, as much as I might not wish it, our paths will... And at that point, you'll take the helm, and you'll go forward on your journey.
Then I start to think, maybe it's not worth it. If I have to leave you, maybe I'll just screw whatever fate has in store.
Yeah, but you deprive the world of one badass captain. And I'd need you.
Pirates have to move on. So it won't matter.
I'll need you as an ally who stands next to me, not behind me. I know that that's going to happen.
Oh, shit! You hear Dom say outside. Damn it. She gets up.
Yuffie gets up as well. Runs outside.
Alright. And so I can clean up. I'm going to go ahead and call it right there, Noble Heroes. And we'll go ahead and say, please give us a like and subscribe on the video. We'd really appreciate it. And do try to sit down.